Hi, guys, and welcome to episode 69.
Is it really? That's hilarious.
With Shapel Lacey. He's back, and you're going to enjoy it. Check out the Patreon. We don't know what we're talking about yet, but you'll find out.
The Patreon's just a story, right?
Yeah. Last time he talked about losing his virginity. If you didn't check that out.
I'll give you another story.
Okay. Like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.
Emotionless is set for a heart. Love set off and love to jam. She's totally confused all the passing piranhas. She's in my head. I fucked up those lyrics. Your mics are good.
They're the...
Shores.
Shores. They're the shores.
Yeah, I know. Sure.
Shore. I think we're ready.
I was gonna say I was born ready, but it was so lame. It's so lame. It was so like when I thought about it, I was like,
You're born so not ready. You're so not ready when you're born.
No one's ever ready. There's no blueprint to life.
No.
Who am I? What, fucking Confucius, man? Why did I do that?
You're the back of a Snapple cap right now.
Right? Why did I do that?
You thought through the born ready,
Yeah.
but then you really caved quickly.
There's one time on a podcast, like we got done with it, and I threw up the peace sign, and I was so fucking mad that I did that. I was so fucking mad. I was like, why the fuck? You don't throw a piece ever.
Oh.
You never fucking do this. Why'd you? I was like, Shapel, why are you cringe?
It's so weird
I
when
was like,
those
what am I
things
doing?
just happen.
I always got to check myself. I love checking myself. I'll check myself before anybody else would. I love checking myself.
Oh my God.
And it's also funny when people try to check me because I'm like, I already did that. Hey, I took care of it.
Yeah, you don't. I don't need anyone.
I don't need anyone's fucking help.
I
check myself every day.
I check myself too much.
But it's good. You know?
Yeah.
Rather you than anyone else.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
I'll
true.
fucking do it.
Don't worry about it.
I'm my own fucking worst critic. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Right?
It's another Snapple.
I know. Fuck.
Oh, that's a fun segment. Shapel Snapples.
Shapel with Snapple or something. Snapple with Shapel. Snapple with Shapel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem is it says your name wrong.
Yeah. Everyone says my name wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they say Shapel?
They all say Shapel.
No way.
Yeah. Because they look at the Shap and then the L. They say Shapel. Pel. And it's spelled the most simple way possible. I do feel like I have a unique name now that I actually think about it.
Yeah, very.
Wow.
There's just, of course,
Who?
the Shapel problem.
Shapel problem. What's the Shapel problem?
The two comedian Shapels.
There's two comedians named Shapel.
Oh
Who's
my
the other
God,
one?
I should tell you. No one's told you yet.
No.
He's not that big.
I tell you, I met him.
You met him?
Yeah, I met him.
When did you meet him?
I met, it was I think I only had been living out here for like a month when I met him. It was right after Mitzi had passed.
Okay.
And it was Monday night at the store, and I was doing my spot for Adam Egget, the talent director at the time. And all these comedians were coming in because Mitzi had passed, and so Dave had stopped by, and like he literally just walked in, and he walked right up to me. He said, "What's up, man?" And I was like, "I'm a comedian, and my first name is Shapel."
You said that to him?
That was the first words that came out of my mouth.
And then you threw up a peace sign.
he started laughing. He goes, hell yeah. And he goes, you going up tonight? And I was like, yeah, I'm going up tonight. And he goes, well, make sure you have a good set or whatever. And then right after, like, I was just like, can I take a picture with you, man? And he goes, let's take a picture, Shapel. And I was like, hell yeah.
Oh, man.
It was really cool.
That is cool. Anytime you'd ever be in the main room, I would just like drop whatever I'm doing and just run and watch him.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Like he just annihilates in such a way that's like so dope. And even to this day, like it's just cool to watch. Like, I mean, when I see like some of my favorite comics, I'm always like, man, I got so much more to do. I got so much work.
Yeah.
I always think about that.
We just talked about that. So Shapel and I always watch specials just to like keep just the most.
Yeah, because you know what? I love watching specials because I'm a student. I'm a student of this shit, and I love being a student. It's like a musician that doesn't listen to music. You know, I mean, I think you're always trying to figure out what you're always I feel like in order to find your way and to grow, you constantly have to be like a student of the shit. That's why like doctors and like they still have conferences. They go hold conferences and someone, you know, goes and speaks and like because they have something new that they discovered and a new way of like, you know, that's how things grow. That's how technology fucking expands itself, all that shit. And so I think about that with comedy. Like I think of it because not many people think of it that way, but you know, when I was in school, I didn't do shit.
We always talk about that. We were the worst in school.
Because I didn't care.
I didn't care at all.
But I care about comedy so much that I thoroughly enjoy watching specials. I just fucking love it. It's just cool to me. It's just a dope thing. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch old specials, new specials. It doesn't matter. You know?
So wait, which one were we talking about? That made us get into this. What special? Was I going to bring up a certain special?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
What?
But one thing I want to do with studying, which did I tell you why I wanted an iPad?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
You don't have an iPad?
No, I don't have an iPad. Do you have an iPad?
Yeah.
You have an iPad?
Yeah. I've had one for probably like 3 years.
Wow.
Because I take it on my flights.
That's why. Okay, so there's multiple.
It's literally the only time I use my iPad. My iPad sits in the same place. That's why it still works so good.
Until you travel.
I literally it's just only for when I travel. It's literally for nothing else.
Yep. Well, when we were on the road and stuff, I've been reading a lot, and I want it for books too.
Yeah.
Make it so much easier. But I want to start reading. I've told you this, but like. Reading the transcripts of specials.
Oh yeah, what was that?
So on script, you just type like whatever special, then transcript, and then I want the iPad so I can just read it and like take notes on people's specials.
Oh, so it's like their jokes word for word.
Yeah, word for word.
Oh,
so this was the craziest shit. So
do you write jokes word for word?
This is the problem. I write the best on stage, but I'm not getting enough stage time.
Okay.
So I have to sit and write. Like last night I was writing all night. It's not what I want, but it kind of like gives me the jump start to when I get the stage time.
For sure.
That I've already worked on like what I want to say to where it's easier to naturally than write quicker.
Yeah.
So it is. Yes, I do.
And I'll tell you what I've been doing.
Okay.
So even with like a joke that jokes that I'm working on, I'll still go and write it from the top.
Yeah.
So I never really wrote like I did. So when I first started comedy, I did write jokes full out, and then I felt like a robot on stage.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you saying? But then I just started writing in ways to where it's like, well, you don't have to write it word for word. Just write specific things you're gonna hit. But I used to write what is it? Not bullet points. But I would just go blah blah blah. But now I like have like a full bullet point to it and then move on to the next part. And so I kind of let that in between those bullet points, I let it like that's like the space between. Sorry, I had to. Sorry, shout out Dave Matthews. Shout out.
Great concert.
Yeah,
Great concert.
yeah. So, but now, yeah, just to give me like more life. So one of the jokes I'm working on, like, yeah, I'll go and still write it from the top, and I just I've been finding more to the joke that way.
Yeah.
Even if like it's like, oh well, you already have that written, but hey, you never know, you might see something that you didn't see before, so still write that from the top.
And that's what I want to get better at too, is like listening back to my set, and when you write those things on stage, knowing when to write them in. I think that's the most important part about having it written, is that when you say those nuggets,
well, the rest is still unwritten.
I hope at least one person picked up on that.
I hope somebody picks up on that one, because if you don't, I'll fucking kick you in the face. I'll break your freaking arm. Wait, why do I keep looking at the light? That's the camera. Where am I? I'll break your freaking arm if you don't understand that reference.
Oh, it's so funny.
But anyways, as you were saying, though.
Yeah, like all those little things. I mean, you also remember, like, okay, so the first joke I wrote fully on stage is now my favorite joke and longest joke. And it was written through just me knowing what I want to say, saying it on stage, remembering it, getting notes from friends, being like, oh, this is be good, add this in, just like all the collective things. And I've still not written it on my computer once.
Really?
Like,
but that was all stage?
All stage.
Wow.
And I'm like, God, it's my
eyebrow
joke.
Yeah, I can do that too, but for some reason, when I feel like when I do it, like I feel like my joke isn't like fully fulfilled, and I can tell by the way. You know this is what's interesting.
What's interesting?
When I think about it, it's like because of the day and age that we're in with social media, is that I feel like on my recent Don't Tell set, I was like, okay, I got to say these jokes in a way to where they could fit into a clip, into a minute, 30 seconds, or whatever the length of however, I don't know how long they go or whatever. But yeah, so I've just been writing that way. And for me, it's been making me like, I don't know, I just feel kind of choppy. And so it was like, oh, don't say it like that. Just say the fucking full thing. Say it the way you want to say it.
Yeah.
Because there's some jokes that are just so like together, that are individual clips. But I'm like, I'm always like, but that's not the full joke. You know what I mean? And then I have to like cut parts out. But I'm like, no, I say that part for a reason.
Yeah, they all have their parts.
They all have their parts.
And the lulls are important for the punch. Like, you need all of it.
Yeah, because when you think about certain specials, like there's certain people with jokes, that joke is like a 5-minute joke. So it's interesting.
Yeah, don't worry about the clips. But this is the thing with clips. And this is the craziest thing I saw last night was, so I've had once, I told you about this too, this joke that Nikki Glazer did that was exactly one of my jokes. And I've said this before. She didn't steal it. It's just minds think alike.
Yeah.
So I wanted to stop doing it. So I'm writing a joke about like, people keep asking me if I want to have kids. And multiple times in the podcast, everyone keeps asking me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I want to write a joke about it because it just feels real to me now.
Yeah, because it's one of those constants in your life, and it's also something that you constantly think about.
Yeah.
Like it's constantly said to you, and then it makes you always like think about it. Like, why the fuck do people
keep
saying that to me? And that was the thing with cheerleading. You got to write a cheerleading joke. Like, why the fuck you keep saying that? You want to talk about just being a badass? And then I was like,
Of course, you wouldn't.
I was like, oh, there it is. Yeah, I was like, and meanwhile, that cheerleading joke made me realize so much more about myself too that I haven't even touched on yet. Like, because like what's funny about cheerleading for me, like, and being around a bunch of women, I think of love the same way women do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, your heart's in it.
Yeah, my heart's in it. My heart is in it. Like I want someone to dip me and kiss me. You know what I mean? Like that's
Let me be the little spoon.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm sitting here because all the girls that I was like cheering with, I'm sitting here like at our slumber parties and just listening to them tell these stories about. I'm like, oh, he did that to you? How could he? Ugh, you don't need him. You know?
Yeah.
But I haven't necessarily talked about this on stage
I
yet.
love that.
But it was something that I was thinking about, like, oh wow. I was like, that's who you are, you know, which is like fine, you know, and then I accept all of like who the fuck I am, but it's like, damn, that's the way you think of love, you know, and that's why I was like, because I'm like, yeah, you like rom-coms so much,
Yeah.
you know, and then like, you know, like I wish I was like the dude in sync that was like singing to the girls. You know, that's who I am. Like, I wish I was like, I could be Justin Timberlake right now, dude. I could be that guy. But meanwhile, you know what pisses me off about that?
What?
No girl has ever liked a dude singing to them.
It's the worst thing ever.
It's the worst thing ever. But meanwhile, I'm like, these motherfuckers, they're doing it.
That's so true. Why is everyone obsessed with like singers of bands?
You have to be super hot. Listen, I'm a good looking dude. I give myself credit. I'm a good looking dude. The Gap has been, you know, holding me very well. The dark tone. What else? My eyes. I think I got good eyes.
Great eyes.
I got great eyes. My eyebrows are cool. What else? I got a lot of things.
Yeah,
you guys
a full head of hair.
Full head of hair. Yeah, I got a great hairline. Right? But I am not. Actually, no. Actually, he's kind of fucking ugly. And I'm saying that because I'm a dude.
Who?
John Mayer.
Yeah, John Mayer is hot because he's John Mayer.
Yeah.
But he makes the ugliest singing faces.
Yeah.
He like,
I know. And
oh.
I'm like the biggest John Mayer. I'm J May all day.
Oh, he's my, this is weird, but he's who I listen to when I take a bath.
Really?
Yeah.
I get it. That makes
You get
sense.
it?
Yeah. He's got a lot of like bathtub songs.
Such great bathtub songs.
Yeah, bathtub songs all day from J May. I pump J May when I'm in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a standing bathtub.
Yeah, standing. Yeah, because I can't fit in no tub like that. But I don't know, people, you don't take baths. Bitch, I can't fit in that shit. You talking about, you can't take a bath? But no, yeah, so I like all these jokes that I've been telling have been helping me find things. And I feel like the type of work that I've been putting into comedy more so recently has been letting me like find more and more and more all these unique things about me that I'm like, oh, you know, like things that I think are just so regular sometimes, and people are like, that's not regular. Like,
because it's regular to you.
Yeah, because like when I think of cheerleading, I don't think of it as like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normal.
You could do a backflip. Like, put it this way, a backflip is like, I'm trying to think of something that's super equivalent to for like a cheerleader. Mm-hmm. For like a not even like the best cheerleader. A backflip is like literally just hopping on a bike and riding down Santa Monica, like on the beach. Like if you can ride a bike, like then you can fucking. It's like that to me.
I would eat shit.
I know.
I could never do it.
But like that's how I think of backflips.
Yeah.
Backflips are like it's. You know, people are like, don't your knees hurt? I go, my knees never hurt from a. You gotta. I'm like, it's just so easy. But anyways, yeah, it started making me think about my cheer experience a lot more, and like being around all the girls that I was around, and even like what's funny about me being a cheerleader is that everything. But they they thought of me like I was just fucking star. Because I was really, really good at it. And, like, even girls that were attracted to me, like, it caught me off guard. And I was such a, like I'm such a lover boy. Who were like, I'm not saying I didn't hook up, but, like, I did. But I also, like, I was, like, weird about it. I'm like, you want me? Like, they just wanted, they don't want my heart.
They wanted to use you for your body?
Yeah, for my body.
Oh. Nin, enough. It has been enough. We've been dealing with this for too long.
Why do you women just want me for my body? Why do you women want me for my body?
Also, like being around girls and like,
which is kind of funny.
It's so funny.
It's really, really funny.
You're like being molded with this mindset, like when you're the most vulnerable for love and everything.
Oh yeah. And it was so funny because after times of like hooking up with these girls, I'd be like, "Hey, like, do you want to like go out?" And they're like, "Oh, no."
What?
I think they were like, they'd say things like, "I think we should just leave that where it was."
Oh my God.
Yes. And I was like,
That's so weird.
yeah, it's crazy.
But it's kind of like because you were giving off the one energy that you attracted the opposite energy.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I'm like, because yeah, like if I thought of it like this, I was like, oh, if we're hooking up, I'm like, oh, I'm thinking this is like more.
Yeah, that's
right?
what every girl thinks.
That's what, you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, this could be more.
Why would it not?
Why would this not be more? And I'm like, if we did that,
Yeah, she clearly loves me.
yeah, exactly. I was like, she likes me, right? And then it'd be like, nah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Damn.
A lot of my hookups for that. I'm like, yeah, you wanna be my girlfriend?
Oh man.
Isn't that crazy?
That is wild.
Wild.
You have to talk about that on stage.
I know.
And then we were talking about earlier, and I was like, oh my God, I wish we were talking about this on the podcast, so we're gonna just do it.
Is this girl talk? I'm just kidding now.
We were talking earlier this morning about our first jokes.
Oh yeah. Our first jokes.
Like our first set. Like what we talked about.
'cause we
Your
were talking
friend
about
zone. So we were talking about Matt Rife as he's 28, and then I was like, I wonder how old Louis was on the first special that I could find.
We were trying to find like young. Oh yeah, we try. Do you realize? Did you know this? Eddie Murphy was 22 when he did his first special.
I only know that because of you.
Oh, and 24 when he did the next one.
It's
But anyways, so
crazy.
the first joke thing, what we thought was unique was the fact that Louis, like, there was things he was saying that he eventually says like later.
Yeah.
And we were thinking about our first jokes, and I remember I told you, well,
The friend zone.
I had a joke about being in the friend zone, and meanwhile, like, it was all about like, which is funny tying it to what you. Damn, that's crazy. Because I was like always talking about being in the friend zone, but meanwhile, like when I think about it, like it was my fault. Like I was being extra friendly. Like it just I didn't give off a vibe that I was like, I don't know, like, I don't think I gave off like a boyfriend vibe. If that makes any sense. Like it's different because like, but when I realize this as an adult, these rom-coms like let me live in a superficial way.
Oh my God, yes.
So I'm sitting here living in this way through these rom-coms, and I'm sitting here. It's just like, oh, that ain't what it is. Like it's not that.
But
like,
this is the thing with rom-coms.
Rom-coms fucked me up.
They fucked me up too. They fucked us all up.
Fucked me up.
And I still can't stop watching them.
Shouts out Notebook. Shouts out Crazy Stupid Love.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Who are we?
It's just the best.
But you know what's so funny too? Certain comedies end up being like a romantic like right at the end. There's always some like weird love thing at the end. Shout out to Employee of the Month.
Oh, great one.
Do you like that movie?
Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh
I just
my
rewatched
God.
it the other day.
That is my fucking jam. Shouts out Dane Cook. Shouts out Jessica. I almost said
Alba.
Jessica. No. Simpson.
Jessica Alba was the other one with the penguin.
Yeah, she was the other one.
Why did I do this?
Good Luck Chuck.
Good Luck Chuck.
Yeah. Shouts out Good Luck Chuck. Shouts out Matthew McConaughey. Shouts out Ryan Gosling, Kate Hudson,
Rachel McAdams.
Shout out Justin Timberlake and Bad Teacher.
That's so random.
I know.
We had to say Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz. Shouts out Cameron Diaz. But those rom-coms fucked me up because I was like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But this is what I'm going to say. So rom-coms, this is the most fucked up part about it, that our brains don't put two and two together. The beginning of a rom-com is the end of a bad relationship.
Yes.
And then the end of the that's the beginning. Then the end of the rom-com is the beginning of a relationship.
Uh-huh. Yes. Notice rom-coms never have sequels.
No, because it would just be the beginning of the other one.
Exactly.
It would just be the breakup.
You can't make a sequel to a rom-com.
No.
Because it's... we just told you everything. And so I'm like, that's what it is.
so it leaves your brain open to just
Leaves your brain
assuming.
open. Yes.
You never
And so
assume.
I'm sitting here writing poems, buying gifts. Like, Mandy, you want how insane I was?
Yeah.
I was asking girls to be my girlfriend that I wasn't even talking to.
Like just straight
It
up.
was just girls that I liked.
Like
Straight up.
but like just nothing.
I like
0 to
them.
100.
0 to 100. In junior high, you know how many girls I asked out in junior high?
How many?
When I was in junior high, I had probably asked, like, over the course of junior high, probably like 6.
Oh.
Probably quite a few.
How many said yes?
Mandy, how many? How many say yes?
Yeah.
None. None said yes. My first
fucked
relationship
up.
wasn't until I was 31.
It's crazy.
So,
it's pretty crazy.
so I just had this theory, like, if you liked a girl, you know, because I'm like looking at these rom-coms, I'm like, oh, they just go up to them and they basically just asking like for them to be their girlfriends. I'm like, yeah, that's what I got to do. Shouts out Hitch.
I love Hitch.
I love Hitch.
The jet skis.
Yes. Shouts out Hitch. Shouts out Will Smith. Shouts out.
I'm not going to
forget her
remember her name. She's actually married to Ryan
Right,
Gosling.
she is. They just had a baby. Shouts out. Nope.
Beautiful lady.
Not Eva Longoria.
No. Ava.
Avocado. Shouts out Avocado.
So good for you.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So like, I remember there's this girl I sat behind in math class. In what grade was this? I think this was 7th or 8th grade. And I remember I wrote on a piece of paper. I was like, I wrote, "Will you be my girlfriend?" I think I told you this. And then I passed it to her. And then all she did was crumple it up and then threw it back at me without even looking back. She just goes, the fact that she hit the...
I kind of love her for that.
Yeah,
it's just
love
badass.
Her. Love her for that. And meanwhile, so then I remember there we had the junior high dance or whatever. And I was like, I never danced with a girl before. Never, right? And so... I remember the song that was playing. It was a Genuine song.
Okay.
What was that? It's gonna bug me if
Look
I
it up.
don't.
Look it up.
Genuine. Come on, Shapel. You got this. Excuse us. Play music right here.
I feel like that is like the time where the first time I've danced with someone, like the middle school dance.
Yeah, it's a song called "Differences," and the lyrics are like, "My whole life has changed since you came in. I knew back then that you were that special one." Like, beautiful song. The song's fucking amazing, right? And so I was like, ask her. So the song started playing because I liked the song. Because I was like, man, this is my fucking moment.
Yeah.
The energy's there. Go do it, Shapel. I walked right up to her. I said, do you want to dance?
Oh, my God.
She said, my feet are tired.
Oh,
right?
no. Did you keep going?
I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I understand. You know, it's cool. I get it. I get that. That's completely understandable. And so then, same song, I see her dancing with another two.
No.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Her feet weren't tired
I
anymore,
know. I was like,
guess.
oh, some tired fucking feet.
That's a clever
You can't
one.
be honest in 7th grade. Huh, Patricia?
That's a good lie, too.
Oh, yeah. It was a great lie.
Right?
So I was just like, fucking. So that, but for some reason I didn't give up because I remember one time I held a girl's hand and I got a boner. She came up and she was joking with me. And because I was like, I think someone dared her to go hold my hand. They're like, go hold Shapel's hand. Because I was like the weirdo, right? And so she comes up holding my hand and I was like, oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right. Yes.
Damn.
I know.
Were you able to hide it so no one could see?
Yeah, I had my folder over. Yeah. I was like, wow.
My folder.
Is school over yet? It's fucking, it was like, but that's just the guy I was.
Jeez.
That's just who I was. I was just fucking asking out, like, will you be my girlfriend? And meanwhile, there was never any buildup. We never hung out, went on dates. It was just like, imagine that. Imagine some random dude just coming up to me like, hey, I was insane.
Oh, I love it, though.
They didn't.
You definitely learned the hard way.
Oh, I had to. You know, and meanwhile, because no one teaches you about love.
Nobody.
You don't learn about love. Because no one knows what they're really doing.
Mm-mm.
But shouts out Jay Shetty because he has a book called
Oh, yeah.
8 Rules of Love.
I know you still haven't done the Calm app yet because you would have told me. The Daily J.
Oh, the Daily J. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, my gosh.
I would have told you. You're right.
Is
shouts out Comment. I'll get to it.
the Calm app. That'd be a great sponsor.
Yeah.
Every day, it's like the best. I'll show it to you after.
Okay.
It's just they call it the Daily J, so you get a little snippet of like info from him every day.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Love it.
On love?
On everything.
Oh, just life in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love shit like that.
Yeah, then you
I know
think about
people.
it
I know people
day.
make fun of that shit. You know, they make fun of like all the like the inspirational guy, and I get it because there's a lot of that shit where I'm like, you fucking dork, shut up. I'm like, no, life ain't like that.
The posters like in the high school, like the cheesy ones,
yeah.
the stairway.
Yeah. Oh wow, I remember that one.
Right? What did it say?
I can't remember. Well. But yeah, I do love a lot of that shit. I love that inspirational shit. That's how I keep my sanity. You know? And you know what people always say? You know, one of the compliments I always get about me? People are like, you're so emotionally in tune.
That's nice.
I know. I was like, wow. I didn't know that's what I delivered.
Yeah.
But people listen, if you know me though, if you like know me, you'd be like, this motherfucker.
No.
This motherfucker's a bully. I bully my friends every day. Hey, Shapel, you want to go do this? Why the fuck would you ask me that?
Oh, my God.
I say that every time any of my friends ask me to do anything. I go, why would you ask me that?
I never ask you to do something you don't want to do.
Because you get it. I have friends that have been friends of mine for like 20 years that are asking me to do shit. I go, why the fuck would you? Have I ever done that? Why would I do it now? Why the fuck would I do that now? I'm sorry, I'm getting mad. I don't mean to get mad. I'm sorry, audience.
He's crazy.
Yeah, I am
crazy. But I don't think there's anything on.
You got to zoom in on this.
Oh, I will. I'm trying to think of my first set. If there's anything. Okay, so we've noticed comedians from the start, they talk about a lot of the same things, which I like because it shows it's like who they've always been.
Yes.
They've always been like.
Yeah. So what?
Themselves.
Yeah. Do you remember yours?
I'm trying to think about my first one.
Do you remember your first time?
My first time. I talked about my Asian ex's small penis, so dick jokes from the start.
Really?
I said it was like something like I just got over, I was just like 10 years ago. I just ended things with my Asian boyfriend, no biggie. It's so dumb.
No, that's clever. I like what you did with that.
Stupid.
It's like stupid fun.
I don't know. It's a good first set. And then I talked about a girl on The Bachelor killing herself. The girl that was on The Bachelor hung herself with a vacuum hose. So then I was like, well, that sucks.
Mandy.
And then this is the first set ever.
Have these jokes resurfaced?
No, it's offline. I talked about working at Chili's.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to listen back and see if those are the three. I remember talking shit about my aunt in a joke that was a lesson that I talked about. I regretted. And then those are the four I remember.
Yeah.
It was only 5 minutes.
Yeah, mine was only 5 minutes as well. I did talk about anger management.
See, you have rooted things that the friend zone and that are like.
Well, what's funny about the anger management joke, it totally, like, the joke I told totally was not true.
Really?
It was not true. I made it seem, I wrote the joke as if my anger management teacher had anger problems. But they didn't.
That would be bad.
I know, it was so stupid. but also, like, I was like, you're going to beat yourself up about a joke that you just started.
Yeah, you have no clue what you're doing.
You have no clue what you're doing. But I obviously knew, because anger is a big, like, what is it, foundation of mine? Or like the...
Piece of your life?
Big piece of my life. Big, like, a big core.
Part of who you are?
Yeah. It's who I am more than it. Yeah. I think it's a big part of who I am. So, and it means a lot to me because, one, I actually take pride in my anger, but also like I love that I went through anger management.
Mm-hmm.
So those things, and they mean like a lot to me. So I think that's why, I look at some people that go to therapy all the time, and I get judgy because I'm like, why you still suck?
I know.
And I hear people all the time, yeah, my therapist says I got to work on that. Bitch.
Work on it.
Yeah, then fucking do it.
Yeah, you going to the problem with a lot of people. I don't think there's anything wrong with therapy. I think there's problems with people going to therapy and thinking that's all I have to do.
This I know exactly. So they use it like, oh, I'm going to therapy, so what more do you want?
No.
It's like there's more to it. Like after I graduated from anger management, and technically I didn't like graduate. But
Yeah,
like,
they have a whole. He walked
ceremony.
on something. The
That would be
punching
funny.
bags.
Yeah. You punch the bag one more time.
Yeah, you get your little hat.
Yeah, a little hat and throw them up. But wait, what was I saying? Oh, the thing about I think with like when I see people that go through therapy and they do it, they say these things. Yeah, I'm going to therapy and all this stuff. I'm trying. I'm like, hey, maybe you just suck. You ever think about that? And that's fine. Just be a shitty person. Be that shitty. Own the fact that you're a shitty person and then lose people from being around you. Like, just be the shitty guy then. Or the shitty girl. Be that. And carry on. You're a shitty person.
Don't waste your time going to therapy if you're not going to do the work. That is not. Then just be the shitty person.
That's what I was trying to say. After leaving anger management, like, I never stopped.
Yeah.
I just never stopped. I just kept going the whole fucking time. Did I tell you I reconnected with my anger management teacher?
Yes. That's
I told you
the
that?
guy.
Yeah, like 14 years.
Yeah,
we haven't talked to each other in 14 years and we reconnected.
Yeah, so he did a podcast.
Shouts out Ryan Sigler, shouts out Honeydew.
Yeah, so he did a podcast and you talked about this guy.
Yeah, Chip. His name's Chip.
And then fans of the podcast found Chip.
Found Chip for me.
And reconnected
It was
you guys.
so crazy. It was like I was adopted. Well, well, the funny thing about my adoption is I still knew my biological parents. And they only lived like 20 minutes away. So so I could easily just go to their house if I wanted to. But
they were there.
Yeah, they were there. They existed. That was like pretty fucking crazy. And the wild thing about it, so he used a lot of punk rock shit to help me with my anger. Like, oh, like you see what they said here, blah blah blah. Like, and would tie it, like help me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
So I'm a big geek for Henry Rollins. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
So Henry Rollins was the one of the fourth lead singer of the band Black Flag, and he eventually ventured off from music into spoken word and became like a human rights activist and all this stuff. And he travels the world a lot and reports back, like he does these spoken words and he speaks for like, it's crazy. He speaks for a really long time. Like it's like 2.5 or 3 hours. He'll just speak. And you're just sitting there. And I know for me, I'm just engaged for 3 hours.
Damn.
He has no openers, no nothing. He just goes up, fucking drops his clock on the stage, wraps the microphone around his arm, and just goes. Right? He's an intense guy. But like he's someone I looked at as like, when I saw him perform, when I would see these videos of him performing with Black Flag, I was like, who is that guy? I was like, I identify with that guy a lot. And so my anger management teacher would use a lot of his spoken word and his videos to help me with my anger, right? And so when we reconnected, Chip always like tells a story first. And so first he goes, I just got asked, are you okay? He always does that.
Aww.
He always says that, are you okay? And so he goes, Rollins would say, and I was like, when I heard him say that, I like chills like ran through my fucking body.
Because he didn't know you liked him before he started?
No. This was like after we reconnected.
Okay.
So that's how he started the conversation. He didn't ask if I was okay yet. I said, I called him. I said, Chip. He said, Rollins would say, and like went into this like Rollins thing, and I was like, holy fuck. It was crazy that he fucking, like, it's not crazy that he remembered, but like.
It's like no time has passed.
Yes. And he even said that. I even felt that. I was like, it literally felt like it did not feel like we had been not talked in 14 years. I couldn't believe they fucking found him.
That's crazy.
I couldn't believe it. I said, what the fuck? Because
so
I tried.
Cool.
I literally tried. You know, I kept calling the school that that I went to that he taught at. I kept calling them. Then they said he taught at this other school. I kept calling that school. They said we don't have no records of that. I was trying my hardest.
Do you know how they found him?
He said this is how they found him. He said a psychiatrist in Wisconsin who was a fan of Ryan Sickler's Honeydew podcast. Somehow, because I'm probably in the psychiatrist database is what Chip is in. And so she messaged him and goes, hey, are you Chip Chilton of blah, 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 blah. And Chip said he goes in, he never writes back, or he rarely checks it. He said something about rarely checking his email or something, whatever. Something about this email just made him reply. And then he saw that they were in Wisconsin, so he thought it was like a scam. But then they had like the psychiatrist, like, you know, probably like
verified.
Header or whatever. I don't know what you call it. Stamp or whatever on the email. And then he writes back. He goes, yes, this is Chip, Wisconsin, ? And then she wrote back. She goes, oh my God, I'm literally bawling right now.
Wow.
She was like, there's this, she said something like, there's this comedian who's been talking about you, and I think you want to hear what he has to say. And then he was confused, and she sent the link of the podcast. And he said he saw my face, and he was like, oh my God.
It's so cool.
It was crazy. So then he reached out to Ryan Sickler. I think he got a hold of Ryan Sickler's management. And so was able to reach out to them. And then they sent that over to Ryan, and Ryan sent it over to me. And that's how we reconnected.
If you
I was just
talking
to him the other day too.
So you've been keeping in touch since?
Oh yeah, I keep in touch with him. Yeah, Chip's great. I mean, you got to realize Chip says things to me that are just so real and so like raw and just like, you know, that just makes so much fucking sense to where it's like, you know, that's I don't know, it just fucking melts into me to where I'm like, fuck. Like especially when I said I don't have any self-esteem or whatever because the way my stepdad treated me, and he laughed and he said, what? He was like, it's your self-esteem, it was never his. As simple as that.
Yep.
It was never his, you know. And they never let me talk bad about him, about my stepdad. They didn't let me say one bad word about him because it wasn't about him. Mm-hmm. You know, they're like, that's what they taught me. They're like, oh, it was never, basically saying it's never been about him. Yeah. It's about you now. You know, which I'm like, damn.
That's what they all, like the books and everything will say. It's like things can happen to you, but it's about how you react to them.
And it truly is. And yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens to people, but you know, when you realize like you still have your life, my guru. Oh my.
When you read that many self-help books a year, you're gonna become a guru. This is your future. No, this is good.
You're right.
Own the Snapple Shapel.
I mean, yeah, you know, and that man was mean as fuck to me.
The stepdad, not Chip, just to be clear.
Not Chip, yeah. Man was mean as fuck to me. And meanwhile, I just have no quarrels. Is it the word?
Sounds right.
Quarrels?
I have no clue.
It's like where you don't have any like bad blood or ill will.
I know. Yeah, it sounds right.
Right?
I've never used corals.
Yeah, I think that's the right word.
It's a pretty color, though.
Yeah. Is it?
Coral.
What is
pinkish orange?
Oh, coral.
Coral.
Like the sea? Is that how you're saying it?
Coral.
Yeah.
No corals.
I dropped out. She finished. So
Finished.
I know my excuse. I know my excuse. I don't know what hers is.
Florida.
Oh, never mind. Okay, now you guys get it.
Yeah,
But,
we're even.
We're even. But Florida is like dropping out.
You know, in high school, and then when I get back, I was like my little emo kid that looked the same, but I wore a hoodie headphones, and I would just be like this all class.
Really? That's so gangster.
And my one teacher let me sleep through the bell in the last period, and I woke up like 30 minutes after school ended.
Really?
And I was like, Miss Cunningham.
Miss Cunningham, what the fuck? Gosh.
Lights are off and everything.
Yeah, you know, when I did that University of New Jersey, there was someone, there were some kids talking while I was performing, right? And then I just went, oh, I'll wait. Everyone started dying.
That's so funny. It's a school. You might as well
I'll wait. And I only know that because I've been told that so many times by teachers. I'm like, oh, fuck. Everyone's looking.
So funny.
It's so funny. What were we talking about?
Chip. But then what made me think about school?
No, we were talking about how you react.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. I just think there's this thing, like this weird thing of trying to like, I don't know. I don't want to go after anybody that like did me wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll pick myself up. I got it. Mm-hmm. I don't need and I'm not saying, I'm speaking for myself, not the fucking world. You know how some people, they be thinking.
You don't know my story.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck your story.
This is about me, bitch.
Yeah, it's about me, whore. I was just kidding. That was mean. I said whore.
Whore is such a funny one. No one says whore anymore.
Oh, I call everything hoes. Everything I call literally everything to me is a hoe. Everything.
But full word, whore.
Whore, yeah, whore. Because those things don't mean the same thing to me anymore. Like I don't even think people use whore anymore.
No one uses whore.
Exactly. Yeah, it's fucking.
Imagine in your 30s, someone calling someone a whore.
You're like, what? Thanks.
No, she's just getting it.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I just don't want to go. I don't want to do. I just don't have the desire to like really. I don't know. Like obviously, like physical altercation is different. You know, I think everyone has the right to fucking defend themselves. Like in that sense, I'm talking strictly on, you know, I don't know, just like where you just feel like someone fucking. Yeah, just like wronged you in some way. I'm just like, I don't want to fucking care about it. I just don't want to care. It's like, hey, Shapel, you pick yourself up. You have all the tools. You have all this shit to be able to fucking move yourself forward again. As you were like nodding your head and like smiling, I was like, guru.
You can't escape it.
Can't escape
it. This is who Chip and everyone you've worked with has.
Yeah, it is exactly. You know. Actually, yeah, you know, I can't say it. Who cares? What am I tripping on? Why do I get so mad about that? But also, I don't want like people to think like everything I talk about like has to deal with me, like not anyone else. I don't want to fucking, you know, I don't want to be the speaker for fucking anybody. I'm not your fucking role model.
But you can always learn off of other people.
I love learning off of other people.
It's the best way to do it.
And if I am your role model, I'm sorry I said I'm not your fucking role model. If I
Someone just turned off. It's too late. They already clicked.
No, put it back. Turn it back on. Turn it back on. Can you hear me? Are you out there?
Hello,
Marco.
Hello.
Polo. No, Marco. No.
So when you do your first special, are you gonna do like a lot of like who you are? Get all of the.
You know the title I have in my head for my first special?
What?
You Never Knew Me.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Right?
So, yeah, you're definitely going to be talking about...
Well, because I think there was something that was, like, interesting that happened to me to where I came up with that. Someone online was like, man, I've watched you on podcasts for hours. I know, saying they basically knew who I am because they watched me on podcasts for hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, respectfully, eat a dick.
You
know me more than my best friends, my mom.
Yeah.
My fucking...
It's a weird thing to say.
It's a weird thing to tell somebody who you've never met.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never met you.
I think a lot of people online, though, feel that way when they are really, like, obsessed with someone or a fan of someone.
Yeah, but people got to understand, like, everything, like, online is like, that is not who people are. No. I don't look at someone online and go, that's who this person is.
You can get a big gist.
You could get a big gist, but that's not who these people are. You know what I mean? You know how many people are just straight up fucking dickheads that make themselves look like they're fucking the sweetest humans?
Oh, yeah, I'm a huge ass. When this camera goes off.
I'm telling you, if you knew how often I bully my friends. And it was just like, it was like, I don't know, it was a joke I did or something. And he was like, you don't talk like that. What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, you don't talk like that. Excuse me?
I literally just talked like that.
And it was funny because I wrote back and I said, have we met?
What did they say?
They're like, no, I just watched you for hours on podcasts. So I feel like I know you.
Huh.
Bro, if he would have said that to my face, like I wouldn't hit him or anything, but I'm like, you realize how dumb this comment is?
Yeah.
You realize how dumb you are right now? Like, you don't know me. And it's like, you can't know me through your fucking phone.
Mm-mm.
You can never know me through your fucking... The phone is the middleman.
You could know someone for years and still not know them in person.
For sure, in person.
So imagine online.
Online. Like, how many people in your life were you like, oh, that's who that person is?
Mm-hmm. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. Especially like in the world like we live in, like, you know, because we live in a world, like in the comedy world, where people are able to make lots of money off this, right? And there's this thing that people say, like, money changes people. It's like, no, it's just showing you who they really are.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. You did it again. I should just make a compilation of Snapple Shapel.
Yeah, every time I go, ugh.
Snapple Shapel.
But yeah, but I think about that all the time because I don't know. I just feel like I'm always doing everything I can to deliver my most authentic self. Mm-hmm. And that's why I got mad when I threw up the peace sign. Because I was like, you know damn well you don't be throwing up no fucking...
no.
It wasn't... Oh, it wasn't... It was... I think it was I took a picture and I threw up a peace sign. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So wherever that picture is...
Burn it.
That's not me.
Someone else's hand.
That's someone else's hand.
Hand.
That is not my hand. Look, how can my hands look like this? I can't even throw it. Look at it. My hands don't even... My fingers don't even extend. That's as far as they go.
Oh. And that's one of the scariest things now about being a celebrity. The photoshops people do on everybody.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, it's just, you have to prepare yourself.
I mean, being on the podcast that I used to be on, I got quite a few photoshops.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
there was one, shout out to Chase, this dude, I forget Chase's last name, but he does a lot of photoshops on like a lot of comedians, which are really funny. But do you remember the guy that attacked Dave Chappelle?
Yeah. I don't know who he is. I just remember.
It was like this black kid, and I remember like one of the pictures was him like handcuffed, but his arm was like all... Because they broke his arm when they like stomped him out or whatever. God. And so he was like in a stretcher, like getting in the, and someone photoshopped my face. It's like comedian and cheerleader Shapel Lacey attacks Dave Chappelle. I can't remember what the headline was, but it was so fucking funny. I was dying laughing.
That's a good one.
Oh, it was cracking me up.
That's really funny.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chase. But yeah, he does. I forget Chase's last name. But
people are clever out there.
Yeah, people are so fucking clever. Yeah, especially, people got time. You got to realize, a lot of people got time.
I know.
A lot of people got time. That's why, you know what else I'm annoyed of too?
Tell me.
And maybe I've said this before, but
this is a wiener. We got a wiener coming?
We got a wiener.
Oh, we got a weekly wiener.
My weekly wiener is, why are we getting mad at what people say, like people talking shit to us online? And it's interesting because when I'm not with comedian friends, and I never hear anything like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Obviously, because these people aren't in a wave to where they would, yeah. But I always think, like, what does it really fucking matter? Like, so?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So? I mean, I get like, and I'm not even judging the person for doing it because it's just like, I mean, I guess even that guy like was like talking shit. I'm like, I'm not even mad about it. It's just a funny comment, but like, and the reason why I'm not mad because it's like, well, that you just proved to me that you don't know who I am, But we always feel like we can't have shit talked about us. Oh,
we're better than.
Yeah, we're better than. Like, how dare you talk shit about my art, or you don't like my jokes or whatever? What?
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
It's strange.
And it's interesting to see because I feel bad for, like, there's people who are, like, killing it, who are doing really well for themselves. And meanwhile, someone says one thing about not liking what they do, and that's, like, the worst thing on earth to them. But meanwhile, it's like, you got a sold-out theater show.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine.
Doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about that all the time to where it's like, hey, people can talk shit about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People can, I get it. Yeah, people can talk shit about me. I don't care. What is it when some guy said something funny to me the other day? He's like, those likes are a little low. Looks like you're, for the amount of followers you have.
What?
Yeah, he's
like they went all in and took their time to look at everything.
Yeah. Those likes are a little low for all the followers you got.
I could care
less. I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to fucking say to that?
Thank you. I told you I just write back either delete them or if it pops up on the top and I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
Or write thank you.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Also, thanks for the engagement.
Yeah, thanks for the engagement. Thanks for leaving the comment, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, it's just an interesting thing that, like, I'm like, we got to get over that.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Especially if you really want to be in this industry, it's going to get worse and worse. The bigger you get, the more mean things that are going to come.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, we obviously are putting ourselves out there in a way that puts a lot of eyes on us. And we're trying to do this thing of talent. And, dude, LeBron James is, one of the, top greatest basketball players of all time. And meanwhile, people talk all the shit about him. And meanwhile, the guy, like, will still drop 40 points a fucking game or whatever. And it's like, then people talk shit about him.
Yeah.
People talk shit about him.
It's going to happen no matter what.
It's going to happen no matter what. But I always think about that. It's like, for some reason, it just bugs me that we care about someone who we don't even know. We literally don't even know these people.
That doesn't also care about us.
That also doesn't care. They don't even care, but they never cared about you.
Mm-hmm.
They never cared about you. They just want to tell you, and you just got to go, all right. And I think it's because when I was a kid growing up, I just had so many people saying shit to my face about like who I was as a person. But, and I would get like, I would fucking, I'd fight, a lot of people, and meanwhile, now that I think about it, I'm like, who cares? And then you just keep doing what the fuck you want to do. Mm-hmm. Like if someone says they don't like my comedy, I'm always like, well, I'm trying to get better. Just say that.
That's such a funny thing to say back
just
to somebody.
Say that. I'm trying to get better. Yeah. I don't want to suck.
No one wants to suck.
No one wants to suck, but and it's like also I'm like, bro, I'm already criticizing myself. Mm-hmm. I got this. I don't need your help on criticizing me. I got this.
Covered, man.
It's covered. I'm doing it every day. You know how long it takes me to post a fucking clip that I'm like, nah.
You know what's funny? It's always men that comment something mean.
Oh yeah, women aren't too active on that part unless it's like something like to try to defend women or whatever. But I feel like mostly it's like guys.
Yeah.
Especially for a female comic.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like female comics get like the fucking... They just get... It's just a thunderous hate of like thunderous amount of dudes just talking shit.
I won't say their names, but two of our friends... One of our friends told us about another one of our friends that the comments were so bad that she had to have someone else start running her account for her.
Really?
And then...
This is a friend of ours?
Yeah.
Man, I got no friends like that. I'm just kidding.
Well, I can say Audrey's, because Audrey doesn't care. Audrey did Just for Laughs, and that
was what I was thinking of.
Yeah, she had to have her comments turned off on one of the posts because it was like a weird thing that was going on, like all at the same time. Like it seemed like it was like a weird like cult or something against something. Or her agent was like, we should probably shut these off.
Yeah.
And then I was like curious. I was like, are the guys getting mean comments? And she said, no, all the guys' clips are good, but the women's comments are really, really bad.
So crazy.
But also, comment away, guys.
Yeah, comment away.
I don't care. And I said this
But
before,
also,
too.
yeah.
Like, I'm just happy I'm older now because I can handle it. If
Yeah.
I was younger,
yeah,
I couldn't. I know I couldn't have.
Well, I was telling Audrey, I was like, you got to realize, Audrey, here's the thing about that joke you posted. Everybody in the audience understood it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you didn't get any of that type of review from the audience. That was all from online. And the joke, I'm like, you do the joke and you like that. That's why it's like crazy to you. It makes you feel bad because you've never gotten that kind of response because you're doing the joke in front of people, in front of like, it's just this human interaction where people understand your vibe and they understand what the fuck is going on and they understand the context. Mm-hmm. Whereas these people who are floating about online, they're not there. They weren't there. You know? And if they were there, they'd probably be like, nah, I didn't really like that joke.
Yeah, not go kill yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel like, yeah, we take ourselves out of like this human or this reality whenever I was like, that's not the reality. That's just an easy thing to do. Like, online is the easiest place to like fucking hate because there's no repercussion for it.
Nothing.
There's no repercussion for commenting and talking shit to people online.
You know?
There's this one post I read, like I crack up at a lot of comments. I actually love comment sections because a lot of them are really, really fucking funny. And there's some shit that people say that I'm like, how the fuck? I was like, I couldn't write anything. Like, you know how many years it would take me to write that simple ass comment, and that was so funny. There's
Oh no!
There
Wait,
was
what was
one,
it on?
I tell you one. There was one of this big girl who was rapping, right? She was big mama, and like she was like sitting down, but like she's big mama.
Okay, big.
Like she would have to get surgery.
Okay,
right. And someone called her Megan the Gallon, and I was like,
oh my god!
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, people are so
funny.
But also, and then there was this one post. It was like everybody has that. There's always that one white boy who has all black friends, right? And it was just like some white dude, a picture of a white dude or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I go read the comments just to see what it's saying. And all these comments were like, "Yeah, I'm that nigga," and it was a bunch of white dudes. And I'm like.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, but what?
They're like, oh, relate.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sitting here like, it's the online world is so fucking weird. It's a different universe, and it's like I'm like, Audrey, you can't forget about what you did on stage in front of the people that were there.
Yeah, and it's a great joke.
It's a great joke, and you just can't like even like. My frisbee joke when I say I saw people playing frisbee. No dogs.
It's so funny.
And so meanwhile, someone's like, I doubt he went to Vermont and saw no dogs. And I'm like, but everyone in the audience, and I was like, I can't even get mad at this because everyone that's in the audience understands exactly what the fuck I'm saying.
It's a clear visual.
It's a clear visual. And it's like, hey, you may not got it online, but like everybody, and meanwhile, every time I pause and say, no dogs, it always gets a big laugh because people know exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying, and I'm not even going to explain what I'm saying, but you get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just tired of like getting mad at like we're talking about, man, this person said this online to me, fucking, you know, blah, and I'm like, so.
It doesn't matter.
Like, why don't you just say something funny back? Like,
it's not even worth. That's not even worth our time.
Oh yeah, that's not even worth our time. But yeah, I do want to say back when someone doesn't think I'm funny. I'm like, hey man, I'm really trying.
I like that one.
I'm really fucking trying. I do 7 to 10 shows throughout the week. I am trying to be funny. I'm not trying to not make you laugh.
I can't imagine them saying something mean back to that.
Oh, I wrote that dude back.
Did he write back to
No,
that?
I said, hey, all good, brother. I ain't for everybody.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's what I said. All good, brother. I ain't for everybody. But like, but like that literally meant nothing to me.
Mm.
It meant nothing for me to do that. Just to be like, oh, hey, all good.
Oh yeah, that's one reply I do sometimes. I do is
Hey.
when people will say it's all dirty jokes, I'll be like, oh, if you like clean comedy, Dry Bar has really good specials.
Yeah,
There's great clean comedy out there.
people aren't expecting that.
Yeah.
There's no way you're expecting someone to go, hey man, hey, well there's these clean, let me direct you to
what you want.
Yeah, let me direct you to what you want. Yeah, I ain't for everybody, and I accept that I'm not for everybody. I don't care.
No,
I ain't trying to be for everybody.
My jokes are
I never walk out of my house going, I need to be for everybody. Think about that. I'm gonna try to be for everybody.
That's impossible. It's humanly impossible.
Humanly impossible.
Oh, but this is a weird thing about the comments. So people are allowed to write really, really mean things to you.
Yes.
They don't get in trouble.
No.
But Matt replied to somebody and it was something along the lines of, I could be butchering it, but like tell that to your ugly family or something like that. Something like, it was like something.
He attacked the family.
He attacked the family or something. Back to someone who said something mean. And he got in trouble.
Oh,
his account got in trouble.
Oh, really?
So it's like you can never say something mean back to people either without your account getting a tag.
Really?
Yeah. Which I knew. That's what also I'm like, I'm not ever going to risk that. I put way too much work into my page.
Wow.
So that's messed up.
That is messed up, man.
We're like behind bars. I gotta get
yeah, it is kind of. I mean, yeah, that world is just so funny. That's why I'm like. That's why I just love the fact of doing comedy, like making comedy for people that pay tickets to come sit down and see it. Mm-hmm. I love doing that, and I get it. We got to get our comedy out there somehow, but also I there's just something about that aspect that just I just really love of being right there, giving these people, an hour of my time, and if they enjoyed it, that's great. If I bomb, I'm jumping off a building. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, I love a good bomb when something doesn't work, and just being honest about it. Like, hey, man, that's my favorite thing to do. To honest when a joke bombs, like, hey, not all of these were expected to just hit for y'all. And there was one in here that was gonna be like, I don't even know what you said right there. You know
what I noticed too is like, and that's given me the confidence on stage to always try new stuff, is I'll see if someone tries something and it doesn't work and they say that, or you move on and you're just like, you're self-aware of what's going on. Everyone moves on.
Yeah.
No one harps on that. No one even thinks about that. You're not even thought bad about that.
Yeah, and you just make your point of view better. Mm-hmm. And you just figure, like, that's what I feel like most bombs, like, have happened for me, is because my point of view, like, I didn't have a strong, like, point of view of the premise or whatever. And so it's like, that's why I think about so many times, like, okay, try saying it this way. Try the start. I'm like, try starting it this way. Start it this way. Start it this way. Something that leads these people to understand because obviously I know the punchline, but it's like I got to get to the only way the punchline can hit real good is if I set it up. Really, what?
You know who I think does the best setups?
Who?
Chris Rock.
He does.
He's
really
real
good
at setups.
He's got real good setups.
Punch is awful, but I'm kidding.
That'd be funny. Setups kill.
Kill the setups.
Kill the setups. Yeah, it's interesting, man. I also don't want to think of comedy as like just this like one layer thing, because I'm like, I love life too.
Well, that's what we were talking
about.
Like
outside of comedy, like
yeah.
Some of the things that we like worry about in comedy, I'm like, there's also life. Like life is like, there's such a strong reality in the sense of going up and killing, right? Going up and doing great. And meanwhile, you ain't got no money. One of my friends said the funniest shit to me. They go, when they saw that I was on stage with like Travis Barker and all that stuff, and they saw that I was at like,
Oh yeah.
like, like side stage, like backstage at the Blink-182 concert. And they're like, man, fucking crazy. You got any money? Like, you got money? Are you good? Like, do you have money? Are you making money? Like, which was such a legit question. It's so legit because, yes, you can see, yeah, it's like, cool. Yeah, he's hanging out with Travis Barker and all these people or whatever, doing all these things. But yeah, are you making money? It's the realest fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the first to admit when I ain't got no money. I'll be the first to fucking admit it. Because I'm trying.
Me too.
And sometimes people, man, when people be like, "Oh, Shapel, you're a legend," I go, I got a roommate. A legend? I got roommates.
Well, we said like with stand-up, with comedy, this is the thing. You go from being broke and struggling and pushing for so long.
You're more broke. You're broke longer than you are like
on
actually
top.
on top. You know what I mean?
Not broke again, but just then you live your high.
Yeah.
But then when it pays off, it will pay off.
It'll pay the fuck off. But I mean, shit. I know what's in my account right now. I ain't gonna give you all the number. But I know exactly what's in that account.
Yeah.
And I don't even buy anything.
Rent will add up quick. You don't have to buy much. Food and rent.
That's what I'm saying. You don't even have to buy much.
Yeah, it's.
What's funny, whenever I am broke, though, I do have, like, certain things. It's like, okay, you got gas, car is paid, you got fucking food, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right, you got these gigs that are, like, coming up, blah, 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 so everything, isn't set. But, shit, it's fucking hard. It's hard. It's really hard to make money in comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And also depending on the way that you want to do it. If you want to do it in a way to where you're like, well, this will make me a lot of money,
mm-hmm.
then you can go do that thing where it's like, I'm trying to think of something that you can do as a comedian to where, to just like give you like a lot of money or whatever. I'm trying to think of something.
Like
I don't know.
Quickly?
Yeah, quickly.
If you find out, let me know.
But I feel like there's certain things, I don't know exactly.
I'm sure there's like jobs you can do.
Yeah, there's like jobs you can do or certain things or whatever. But, obviously to best benefit the way I want to do comedy, this tough ass route that I'm taking, but also as I'm like growing in this, I want to make sure I'm like well prepared to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure like I'm good and shit. But yeah, it's fucking hard.
It's so hard.
What?
It's so much work for no money for so long.
There was one time I was doing a gig, and the gig was like paying a lot. It was one of those college gigs where it's like because college gigs the way their accounting is. First of all, colleges eat a fucking dick on your accounting, because I tell you one thing: if a kid wanted to go to school there, you need that money right there and right now.
Yeah, you can't start without paying.
You can't start school without paying. And meanwhile, I did the damn job for y'all, and so sometimes colleges can take a little bit. And I'm sitting here, and also like colleges, they give you so much, so you have to get your hotel and your way around.
Oh, so you not only have to wait for them to pay you, but you're covering that a lot.
It's basically within it. They just don't label it that way.
But you put it up front.
Up front, yes. You get your own flight.
I didn't know that.
You get your own hotel or whatever. So there was one time I was doing this gig, the college gig, big paying money paying gig, and I had to get myself there. And meanwhile, I had to hit up a friend. I said, "Hey, dog, I just need to eat." I said, "What's up, man? You gonna help me eat?" And literally, it was just funny because like sometimes my friends' perception is like that. I'm like, no, you got. I'm like, let me break it down for you. Then they go, "Oh, damn, that makes all the sense."
Mm-hmm.
Some of my friends that don't do comedy make more money than I do.
Oh, yeah. Everyone that has like a 9 to 5.
Oh.
is making more than 90% of comedians, besides the top comedians.
Besides the top comedians.
Yeah, then you're not even close.
That's like because with comedy, there's not even like really that like middle ground of like you either make no money or you making like dumb money.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah,
but you're just stuck in that one part for so long.
But I tell you what, when everything I'm doing, I actually feel really, really good about. Like, and I'm not even mad that I'm like okay, sometimes like you're gonna be broke right now because this, sometimes like it's like, okay, you may not have this money right now, but but like I'm starting to get a lot more consistent gigs. Mm-hmm. Like the gigs are starting to come a lot more frequent, and especially the road gigs too. So now that that's coming in, it's like, okay, now I'm starting to have this consistency. But like before that,
scary. You don't know. Yeah, that's surreal.
It's so real. It's fucking tough like that. But I mean, but also like you got to understand because most people are like, well, why don't you go get a job? Why don't you go do this or whatever? And it's like, nah, this is my job. I'm not upset. You know what I mean? Like I at least make sure everything I need to pay is paid.
That's where I'm at too.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I may not have no money right now, but I tell you one thing. That credit card bill is paid. This is paid. Because I got into some credit card debt. Hey, shouts out to credit cards. But luckily, it's not like I hear most people's credit card debt. I'm like, God damn.
Some people have it real bad.
I'm like, how you get that?
It's just swiping.
Yeah, right. So, but at least I know like it's okay. This one's paid. This one's paid. This one's paid. Blah blah blah. Car's paid. Rent's paid. Okay, cool. I got all that. Hey. You got $200.
Yeah.
Not saying I have that. Have more than 200. No, I'm just kidding.
You can't pick up the side jobs or do the things because the amount of time it takes to do what we need to do to make it, you need every single minute.
100%. 100%.
So there's not the time. You have to just, well, that's where I'm at. Like with just got my rent covered and I try to pay my cards and get all that at the end of the month. Mm-hmm. And that's my goal. And I don't even stress about the rest.
For sure.
I just make sure I'm doing enough. And doing enough, I know it doesn't matter.
100%. And meanwhile, like if I was back home, in Arizona, all that shit that'd be easy paid. Easy paid.
$500.
Yeah, it'd be easy. What?
Yeah.
I might be able to buy new pants.
Oh my God. I keep ripping the zipper on mine.
Really?
Like
I just had to buy that. Can I tell you my new pants story?
Oh yeah. What'd you do?
So I have for those out there that do not know, I have big thighs and a big ass. Okay?
It's finally out there.
It's out there.
Damn, you feel good?
I feel really good. So thank you guys for, being very, letting me be vulnerable and let me open up about that. And so I like to wear Dickies, mm-hmm. right? And pants are really fucking tough for me to get. So I go to the Dickies store and every time I go to a store to get pants, I get so defeated and I just leave.
Oh no.
Yeah, I walk out that bitch. And then my best friend Tommy? Yes, he's a gay dude, right? And he's always like, why do you get so mad? Because he tries to help me out, But I'm like, Tommy, these fucking pants don't fucking fit me.
It's really uncomfortable. It's not a good feeling.
I'll be in the dressing room and Tommy will be like, try these ones, or whatever. Because like it's just my thighs and my ass, right? And so I go to try on these Dickies, and I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, yeah, 3830s, right there. That's me. I go to put them on, right here.
Yeah.
Right here, right? So I was like, maybe if I put my legs together a little bit more.
Let me mermaid into
let me mermaid into these. And then, so then I was like, okay, Shapel, go to the 40. Go to the 40. I go to 40. Still.
What the fuck?
Yep. Shapel, go to 42. I had to go to 44.
From a 38?
From a 38 to a 44.
Was it the same style and everything, or did they change it?
It's because the way Dickies are, like they run really tight and small, and like there's like no room for anything.
Yeah, they're very stiff.
They're very stiff, and they just created this like flex fit, and I was like, oh, flex fit, 38, let's try it.
Yeah, we'll flex it on.
Nope. No flex. So I had to go 44s. And meanwhile, I put the pants on, but like I can wear the pants, but I have to wear them with a belt because they sag so much. But like what's funny is they won't fall off of me because my ass stops them from falling off of me.
Oh no.
Yeah. But meanwhile, like my waist, there's like so much room.
Damn.
And like the waist.
So they don't even fit you well.
Nah. I have to wear a belt. And that belt I have to like, because they're so big, I have to like.
That sucks.
Yes, it sucks.
But the old Deckies you had, they didn't do that?
No, no. So I had these Lululemons, but Lululemon pants are so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
They're so expensive.
They're so expensive.
So that's why we're doing sweatpants.
Yeah, we're sweatpants today.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Lulus I can do. But
should have got that Black Friday sale.
I know I should have.
Damn.
Bruh, who do I know at Lululemon?
Oh yeah, if you work at Lululemon, you get a crazy discount.
Oh, you do?
Like wild discount. Damn. So we need those Lulu people to
step up the fucking game, yo.
I'm a size 6. What size are you in Lulu?
Will you bleep it out?
I know.
That'd be funny. Just bleep out the size.
That's so funny.
No, and certain Lulu pants, I'm 36.
Because they got more flex.
Yeah, they got more flex.
They got the real flex.
Yeah, but also I think those are made for like athletes. Because a lot of Lululemon is like athletic wear. So I wonder if they just know. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But also with Dickies, I'm like, yo, a lot of workers wear Dickies.
Either workers or skaters wear Dickies.
And like construction workers or people that work at like kind of manual labor.
No one wants tight fit.
And most of the people that are like construction workers, they're built like me too. So
it's strange.
Strange.
Zara's weird because I always get my pants from Zara, and you think like one size is your size at a store.
Yeah.
All of their pants are just wildly different. That will happen to me like past the knees as far as it goes. A lot of the times
Isn't it defeating?
I get stuck at the fucking ankles. Damn. Sometimes. They won't get past. I have giant calves. So a lot of the times I can't get some pants past my calves.
Fuck.
And I'm like, what the hell? I know like when CrossFit was big, they did like a few brands that were like made for CrossFitters and like big thighs and stuff.
And then also, when I wear my pants, like it makes me look like I have big legs. Like my leg, like not my thighs, but like legs. It makes my legs look like
tree branch legs.
Yeah, and I'm like, no,
branch,
I promise, no
legs.
promise, I promise. Look at them. No, look, they're not.
You have little SpongeBob legs underneath them. Oh, it's a struggle.
It's a fucking
That's
struggle.
one thing. I had Holly Brown on, and her clothes.
Shouts out Holly Brown.
Holly Brown. She's in the best shape ever.
Yeah.
But like, she said one thing
Congrats
we talked
on
about.
getting
Married, yeah,
yes,
she just got married. Is like one thing you don't think about with celebrities. All their clothes is tailored.
You're right.
We're over here freaking belting it up, ripping zips.
You know, that's probably like when I could become a celebrity.
Yes.
When I become a celebrity, I swear that's probably what I'll spend most of my money on is trying to get my fucking pants to fit.
Yeah, just some nice pants.
Like, Shapel, your back.
You're pretty womaning it out of
right?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but also like I know like it was the same when I was even when I was like shredded and smaller, it was the same thing.
Because your ass has always been that ass too fat. Whoop whoop.
Oh, that ass too fat. Whoop whoop. Hold on, with that ass too fat. Yeah, and so it's just funny putting those pants on and like the waist is just like out.
I've had that too. It like flares out of like back there, and you're like, oh.
And people are like, "Shapel, did you get a BBL?" No, bitch.
Shopping sucks. I hate shopping.
It does, especially like t-shirts, fine. Shirts, all that shit, easy.
We have to make sure. The problem with shirts, you always make sure it's not that wide.
Yes.
Hey, when you start touring again, you haven't had new merch in a while.
No, yeah.
Have you been thinking of ideas?
For sure, 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000% been thinking of new ideas and all that stuff. Resurfacing some of the older stuff. I was thinking about why. I think I was just in like a weird time, like, with remaking my merch. I was just like, I just got like a weird, not like depressed. I wasn't depressed at all. Like it's very rare for me to feel depressed, because I've had some crazier things happen for me to feel depressed.
You've been through a few things.
Yeah, exactly. I've been through some things.
Well, no big deal.
But no, I think, obviously with my, how many brothers I got? I mean, two of my brothers that passed, one had passed earlier this year. And so like, I think there was just a thing of events that were just happening to where like, I was just like, I didn't feel right. Like I wasn't feeling love, you know what I'm saying? Like that. And so, but yes, I am excited to create that shit again, or not recreate it again, but like, come up with newer stuff and release it. Cause a lot of people, I still get a lot of people like complimenting me on that merch. A lot of people still wear it. A lot of people, it just did really well for me. And so, Shapel, that's how you could have not been broke.
No, you needed to take the time. Have you been bringing no merch on the road with you?
Last time I did, my last headlining dates I did.
Okay, so you have still some of it.
Yeah, I still have some of it. Yeah, for sure. So I brought that with me and actually sold it out too. So,
great.
Yeah, sold out the merch. My merch does really fucking good. Like I literally come back like. Even I don't come back with any because whatever I have left, because sometimes it's such a small amount, I'll just give it to like the staff, like whoever wants.
That's nice.
Yeah, wants a shirt or whatever. But my merch actually like people like fucking.
Well, it's like legit, like like a cool shirt. It's not just like a cheesy merch. It's like a clothing line.
Yeah, that's how I try to treat it. Like it is a clothing line, Because it's like, Travis brought back Famous Stars and Straps. Okay. You know that brand?
I mean, isn't that from like middle school? Is that
but so he revived it. He revived it or whatever.
Why not? That's smart.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? It's super smart. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm Travis Barker. I can revive my merch.
I'm thinking the same thing too.
I'm like, we're alike. We have the same stardom.
If he can do it, so can I.
Yeah, shouts out Travis. I know. So, but no, it in a weird way, I was just like, like people really loved your merch, So like, bring it back.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day because your merch was like a thing.
Thing.
I wore your shirt, your jacket yesterday.
I know, yeah. I was like, yo, you still got it. That's one of my favorites.
It's so comfortable and it's thick. Like it's like it was freezing yesterday, so I went down to the beach. I was like, oh, I know what I'm wearing.
Yeah, I should restock that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, especially because it's like wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
I should restock that one for sure.
I feel like let's give some merch advice. I feel like I did it wrong. I feel like I did it wrong.
And you know what's so funny? Everything we do, especially when something like when it's fucked up, we have to realize I did that. Yeah. I'm like every time I do something like something that I go, you did that. That's all. You got to put that all on you. You got to put that all on you.
Yeah.
I always think about that. I go, don't blame anything else but yourself. Because when you retract, it's good. You know what it is? You know what we do as humans? This is what we do. We bend the truth a lot. Mm-hmm. We bend the truth a lot.
A lot.
So fucking much.
I'm an airbender.
Airbender. People fucking, with the truth a lot. And we do it to ourselves. And so when we do it to ourselves, it puts us in situations where it's like, hey, you realize you're the one that did that.
Snapple Shapel.
Yeah. It's like with the when I used to get mad when these girls wouldn't say yes when I asked them out.
Like, what's wrong?
What you mean you won't go out with me? I'm a catch.
Crazy that you did that.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I was doing it for a while until I was like, shit. 30, you know? Just kidding.
Jeez, taking swings.
No, I did it for a while, like all the way until like my early 20s for sure. Yeah, I know. Fucking dumb.
Oops.
Yeah.
But you learned?
Yeah.
And this is this. I want to see if you agree with what I think is the best merch advice if anyone listening wants to know. So I did beanies, baseball caps, girl crop hoodies, big hoodies, and t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Hats don't sell. Did your hats sell?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to me because I'm new.
What was on your hat?
My hats aren't selling.
What was on it?
I have my little balloon, the plain one, and then the toilet paper one. So you think the hats are good?
Mine did because of the logo that.
There was the yellow heart. Yeah.
People
That's a cool hat.
And then on the back it said "Love is tight."
Okay, so don't count hats out. That's good to know because I've got a lot to sell.
It just has to be specific.
Okay. So hats.
Like my hats were always like that was like the first thing that would like clear out.
Really? Because that would be the best to bring on the road because they're so small.
Yeah. Oh, it's easy. Like shit. I bring so many fucking hats and they would just fucking.
All right, so count them in, but they have to be good hats.
They have to be good hats. It's just got to be like sometimes like a lot of like. It's just got to be simple.
But it's hard for me to know because I'm not headlining, so people aren't there for me to buy my merch.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad we talked this one out.
Yeah.
I thought the hat would be the worst, and I was thinking that hoodies are the best.
Hoodies are great.
Which
people love hoodies.
People I feel like love hoodies.
People love fucking hoodies.
But the worst thing is they're hard to pack.
They are hard to.
They're big.
Them hoes.
Big.
Them hoes are huge.
Yeah.
You ever done? Wait, what is your logo on your hat?
It's a little balloon with a smiley face. Like the sideways half smile.
It is?
It's a mostly happy little face in
and
the balloon.
Does it say mostly happy on the back?
Yeah.
It does? And that didn't sell well?
Like I said, I'm not headlining. People aren't there for me. So I can't expect people to be buying my stuff right up.
Is it one color?
Yeah, just black. All right. Well, I had a bunch, so I'll keep trying. I feel more optimistic about it.
Yeah, I think you could. Have you been selling them on the recent road gigs you've been doing? Like, do you bring them?
I've been bringing them.
And no?
No, not one hat has sold. My beanies have sold.
Beanies have sold?
More than the hats.
But also, y'all been doing, like, the Midwest.
Yeah.
And it's cold.
Yeah, so maybe they don't want hats.
Yeah.
Okay, so hats could be good. Hoodies are the best.
Hoodies are great.
Shirts are in the middle. What do you think?
Our shirts do really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's all good as long as it's good merch.
I think but also, what does your shirt say?
Mostly happy. I would redo my shirts.
Okay. You just got to, yeah.
I want to redo my shirt. And the biggest mistake I made is the girl crop hoodies.
Let me tell you something. Find a dope artist.
Yeah.
Find a dope artist. And I know some people.
Okay. I got some shit to sell first. And
then? Yeah. But like, real talk, like, I mean, sell what you got.
Yeah.
What you have right now. Like get rid of that stuff and like pay like a dope artist to like.
Be worth it.
It'd be so worth it.
And that's so fun.
Yeah. And just like, but just like get detail, like, because a lot of times with the artists, you just have to get detailed with them on like what you're trying to like do. Like what is it that you're trying to like do? And so when you do that, yeah.
They bring it to life.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, you should totally do that. Just find a dope artist.
Yeah.
Someone that can make something like not something that's just so like crazy or whatever.
Because you want everyone to want.
Yeah.
Most of the people to want to wear.
Yeah, and you want people to understand. Like the thing with like merch, I feel like that there's that because all I do is buy T-shirts. That's all I fucking do is buy band T-shirts. And the thing that attracts me to like a band T-shirt. Now this one's a little hectic, but it goes. This is with the territory of who this band is. But a lot of times, it's just like the simplicity of a shirt that I'm just like, yep, I need that shirt.
Clean.
It's clean, and then, nothing. Just a lot of it, like nothing too crazy. I know we're talking about. We'll talk about it after the pod for sure. Because because I got you.
Okay, I'm excited. Now guys, go to mandymartino.com.
Yeah, buy her merch.
My merch.
Yeah, help her with her merch. Buy the merch.
We need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But we need to get rid of it.
There's a dope way to make it happen.
Okay,
we got
cool.
You. We got you.
I always ask
Yes.
this question. It sounds so dumb. You excited for 2024?
Oh, man.
I'm so excited for next year.
I'm so excited, and I just can't.
I just feel like this is going to be a good year.
I'm crying laughing at that question.
That's why I
It's so fucking funny.
Before I said it, I just knew it.
Oh my God, that is so fucking funny. Wow, that is fucking great.
Now answer it.
And here I come. I don't really think of years like that. I'm not really one. I kind of just let life flow.
Yeah,
It's just like everything flows.
just one long life.
Yeah, one long life. Like I don't let years like determine how things are gonna be for me.
Oh my God, at the Laugh Factory, you stayed so true to yourself. He's on stage in the front row. This lady goes, "It's his birthday," about the guy next to her in the front row. And he goes, "What did you say?"
I said, I don't give a fuck. I was like, you thought I was one of those comedians, huh? They'd be like, oh, everybody, happy birthday to this guy. What are you, fucking 36?
That was so funny. And I was like, that is how you stay true to yourself.
Yeah, because I was like, I really don't care for birthdays. And it's like, and meanwhile, I remember birthdays like no other.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Matt, February 18th.
Oh, he's not here, but that is his birthday.
I know. He'll hear it.
January 23rd.
Yeah. How'd you know that?
We know
Because
these
no
things.
one ever remembers my birthday. How you know that?
Am I right?
Yeah, you are right. But
Funny if I was wrong.
But no, yeah, I know. But no, it is funny. Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, it's like, bro, if that's how you feel, and I think that's why people laughed at it, because they could tell that that's how I genuinely felt.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a fuck. It wasn't for a joke. It was just like.
But that's one of those things where I say you learn the best from watching others. Me watching you do that is a reminder. If I'm on stage and someone says something, don't just do like or like whatever you are expected to do. Do
Yeah.
whatever you want to do.
You know what I do a lot of times to people that let you know I don't care. Is whenever someone says something to me, I go, yeah.
That'll say it.
I go, okay. I do that so fucking much.
Yeah, that's even worse.
I'm like, all right, man.
Like on stage?
Oh, straight up. Because a lot of times I'm like, I don't care about your heckle.
Mm-hmm. Don't give it to them too.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to a lot of heckles I don't entertain. There's certain ones that I entertain. There's one with the lady that she was like, when I was talking about being adopted, she goes, and then she's like, I'm an adopted mom. And then she was, I think I sent you the clip because I was worried about posting. I was like, this seemed very, she said she had an Asian son, or a black daughter and an Asian son.
Why am I blanking on this?
It was recent, not too long ago. It's okay. Who cares about it? But anyways, like that one I entertained, And I told her when she said she had an Asian son and a black daughter, or a black daughter and an Asian son. And I was like, oh, you got the Power Rangers in that bitch.
Oh! That's so funny.
Yeah, that one I actually like entertained, because I was like, oh, what's your story? Because there's a connection there, obviously, if she's an adopted mother, But also, I didn't give too strong of a fuck about it, but it was just fun to entertain. But most shit that people say, I just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not gonna get me to fucking.
Because they're drunk, they're yelling, they're not thinking about what they're saying.
Exactly.
Either.
I'm like, I don't really.
It's most of the time not anything important.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this.
All right. Well, now that we know Shapel's very excited for 2024.
Mandy, I like how you're like, I'm so nervous to ask this question. That's how you know she knows exactly who the fuck I am. That's how you know she knows exactly who I am. Because she was nervous to ask a question that is a fair question to ask anybody. But if someone asks me that question, I'll let Mandy do it, because this is her platform. This is her pod. She bought all this equipment herself. And I'm not going to disrespect her on her fucking episode and not answer that fucking question. So, did I answer it?
No.
Oh, I didn't? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. It should be fun.
I think it will be fun.
I don't even know what this... I'm just saying generic shit. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited.
No, there's a lot of things we've talked about that I think we're going to have our full plate and new things coming this year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000%.
And then I keep saying this, and I always do this. I keep saying, I know we've talked about this before. I probably said this 100 times this episode, but we've talked about this before. But one thing I like about our friendship is like every year there's just so much. It's fun watching you do more and always take on things. And it's like there's just always so much.
She works her fucking. Why do I keep looking at? See, this is Audrey Stewart's fault. Because Audrey looks at the camera like there's an audience there.
I do it too.
And I'm like, and I was sitting here talking all this shit about her, and what am I doing? So, Mandy works her fucking ass off. Mandy has structure to everything she fucking wants to accomplish, and she focuses on that fucking thing that she wants to fucking accomplish, and fucking. Like, you know how many people do not have that? We were talking about it earlier. There's so many people that do not have that. And meanwhile, there's people that are killing it and do not have that kind of fucking structure. And they're just thinking off like, you know, they have this off of fear instead of just like, hey, create the structure and work on that. And a lot of people work off like the fear of not having, the fear of not doing the thing that they want to do. And it's like, nah, I don't work off that. And you don't work off that. You work off fucking... I don't know, just like, okay, create a plan. Which is like, meanwhile, that's so simple. Mm-hmm. You know?
It does really simplify it.
Yeah, and all you do with the plan is take whatever you have right in front of you and use those things to fucking build, and like springboard off of the resources you have right in front of you.
Yeah, and do a backflip.
I will not. I retired that shit.
No, like mental backflip.
Mental backflip. I was like,
no, you're done.
I'm done with those fucking
You're done
backflips.
with your backflips.
Yeah. Well, I'm just done doing them for people when they shout it on stage.
That should never happen.
Right?
I
used to do it, and I was just like...
You did it when you had to do it.
I did it when I had to do it. It was fun. It was fine.
But nothing is worse than the audience telling you what to do. It's fun when you want to do it, and then it became about them wanting you to do it.
I haven't done one on stage in like a year.
Do you think you would do it for your first special?
Nope. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Oh, that's gross.
Actually, also, first of all, yeah, that would be gross. It's like a mic drop, but a backflip.
But a back, just fucking...
You do it.
But what if I ate shit? And I'm like, wait, I gotta try it again. Hold on, wait. That wasn't the one. That wasn't one.
And you'd film it 4 times, so you'd have to do 4 backflips. This is crazy.
Imagine that.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm just saying, imagine that. Like, I'm like, all right, guys.
Oh my! You know how many people would? It would be all over the internet.
You made me just think of something. Sorry, this squirrel moment. What did you laugh at the other night that I heard you laugh and I pointed at you?
Oh, what was that? What part was that?
You were laughing at something.
I laughed so loud. It was so funny. What was it?
And it wasn't something that even bombed either. What did it?
No.
There was one time I was doing my set at the Laugh Factory, and it was a pretty packed show. And Mandy and Matt were sitting upstairs. Sorry, I deterred your original thought, but I was just, when you brought up the Laugh Factory that night, it made me think of this. And I did a joke, and I was sitting here crushing, right?
Crushing.
It was crushing. And I do one part of this joke, and it fell so fucking flat. It was almost like the crowd never laughed at me once.
It was weird.
It was like as if the crowd just never fucking laughed.
Like collectively.
Collectively. The whole night, there was no laughter in that room. Like, that's how dead of a silence it was after I said this. And all I just hear is Mandy. You guys know her laugh by now.
Yeah,
I just hear Mandy fucking laughing. And it made me laugh when I was up on stage.
It was funny.
And it was so funny because I knew 1,000% it was not a support laugh. It was not a support laugh. It was a laughter of like, that is funny how hard that just bombed. That was the laugh. And meanwhile, it made me laugh so hard. So I have these moments with Mandy when I'm on stage. And I did something the other night, but I can't remember what to do. I just heard you laughing. I just pointed at you.
I know. I was dying when you pointed. Man, you have to listen back on your voice memo.
I don't listen. I don't.
You don't voice remember?
No, hell no.
Holy shit.
I have a pretty good memory.
Yeah, that's true. I don't.
My memory's pretty strong with my jokes.
Oh, but that did make me think what I wanted to say in the beginning when I brought up Nikki Glazer. It wasn't just random.
Oh, was it? Oh,
no.
yeah.
So what I was going to say was...
This is a chaotic pod.
Oh, we had coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we were talking about, clipping, doing structure for clips.
Yeah.
So, last night, I was looking up, as I want to make sure when I do a joke now, I'll check like Nikki or Amy or people who have like females that do dirty jokes pretty much.
For sure.
To make sure now before I really take time to write a joke, it's not done already.
Yeah.
So, not that it matters, you have your own spin on things, but I remember Nikki had a joke about kids. So that's why I was like, I'm writing a joke about having kids. I want to make sure it's nothing that she's done.
And that's good. That's the fuck. Yeah. Now it's Mandy's world.
Yeah, and luckily none of it besides a surrogate. I was like, I'll probably not say that part that she had because I wanted to do about surrogate because I really want to get a surrogate.
Oh, you do?
I don't want my poor body. I want to keep it. But so this was the crazy thing with editing. So I found this clip and it's her joke about being a teen mom. And
she's a mom?
No.
Oh.
About like that would be the best time to have a kid is being a teen mom. And
Got
it's
it.
super funny because your parents have to take care of your kids and you're done and you're at home. It's easy.
Yeah. And you still keep your body, I feel like.
Pretty much.
Right.
So I watched a 6-minute clip and holy shit, it's pure gold. Like just
it's a 6-minute joke?
So it was 3 jokes in 6 minutes.
Damn.
All connected.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
But wait for this. Nothing. It's still just as good. So I look up the transcript to read it, and it's different.
Than the transcript?
The transcript of her special, because this was a clip from her special, Perfect. So it took me it took me a second to figure out what was going on. And I was like, this must be the wrong transcript. Turned out it was the right transcript. Comedy Central edited like 20 minutes of her special into a 6-minute clip. I didn't even notice. They like cut, we'll call it fat just for the conversation. It's not fat. It's all still good jokes.
Fat.
But they cut like, so our transcript, like they took pieces from this.
Pieces of me?
Pieces of me. Oh, you'll wait. I'm not saying anything. That's so funny that you just said that. Oh my God. I'll tell you later.
All right.
They just took like part of this, and this and made it into a tight 6 from her special. And it was flawless. Like what you can do with editing stand-up is crazy. Cause I was like, whoa, this is tight.
Yeah. It's a tight joke.
But
meanwhile, like it
was a longer joke.
Damn, that's crazy.
I couldn't believe how they arranged it though. Like now what I've been doing with editing and seeing like it's just like
that's what I want to think. That's what I think about with Cat Williams special. I think it's the one of him in the green jacket. I think it's Pimp Chronicles. I think that's the one. I think that's what it's called. That's like one of my top favorite specials.
He's so
but
funny.
Like I as I'm thinking about it, what you're saying, I'm like, damn, I wonder how long that set was that he actually did in front of that audience. Because when I think about it, I was like, he had like, now that I think about it in like the way he edited and cut for specials, I was like, I bet he did like an hour and a half. I was like, I bet he just went up there because he had so much to say and everything was just so fucking dope and like the jokes were just done. And I'm like, man, he probably had so much more in these jokes and probably just had so much a lot of room on the cutting board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they call it that, but they should.
Like I think there's something like it's like a term.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to like editing, like we have a lot on the chopping board or whatever, something like that. And I bet with him they probably had that, like they probably had to sit there and go through like, damn, like all this is good. I don't know what like you got to decide or whatever. And so it's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that editing side of stand up that way because right now like a lot of it that I know of is clips, but when it comes to like specials, yeah.
That was crazy. That was the first time I've ever noticed that. And that's why
Yeah.
it took me a second to figure out. Because I was like, I would never have thought that Comedy Central would have gone through her special and then re-edited her special for a 6-minute clip.
Yeah.
Like, just leave it as it would have been in the special and crop out in order of what they already edited, but to re-edit and edit.
You got to show me these transcript things.
It's crazy. I will. Shout out Cat Williams. Shout out Nikki Glaser.
Shouts out.
Pants. Sweatpants.
We learned a lot today. You know what's so funny? Mandy and I have been hanging out for...
coming up on our 3-year anniversary.
No, I was talking about today.
Oh.
And she was nervous. She goes, "You think we'll have something to talk about it? Like if we went and got breakfast and coffee, sat on the patio, yelled at hikers,
Yep.
and meanwhile, I think we've been 2 hours.
Yep.
Has it been 2 hours?
That is the quickest 2 hours ever.
That's what I'm saying.
We have to think about something to say for Patreon, guys. We'll think. We don't have to talk about.
What is it?
I don't know.
Patreon.
Oh wait. We just do a quick Patreon for you guys supporting. I got Patreon people now.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah, you do. You do.
But wait, is there anything you want to plug?
My podcast with Joel Jimenez. We have a podcast called Lesser Known Characters. It's a music-based podcast. Mandy's going to be on it, where we break down. We give a questionnaire to each guest, and we hear some of their like songs that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just watch it so I don't have to explain it. I'm not going to pitch I just told you what it is.
And now put all the links below. So just watch it.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing with people. Here's the thing. This is why shit drives me crazy. This is why shit drives me crazy.
Why?
It's like, hey, roll the dice. If you don't like it, you don't have to go again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how I think of it. Like with shit, like it's like I gotta know if you're funny or not. Hey, you know how many fucking unfunny shows I've been to? You know how many shitty concerts I've been to where I'm like, this band, shitty movies. Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
It's not gonna kill you.
It's not gonna kill you to fucking roll the dice. Roll the fucking dice. You lose nothing. I mean, you might lose
sometime
$25 ticket sale, but
a little bit of money.
A little bit of money, but also like
not much.
Roll the dice.
Yeah, that's how you actually.
I'm rolling the dice on your fucking city.
That's true. A big dice. That's a bigger dice.
A bigger dice.
Yeah.
You have a fucking 6-hour flight to your city.
Some of those long
What's
flights.
the weather in Florida right now?
Probably like 70.
Damn.
Are you going back there anytime soon?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
Yeah. Not that I don't love Florida, but I don't love Florida.
You'll be back. They always come back.
Yeah.
All right, check out his podcast. Check out your Don't Tells are really good.
Yeah, check out that.
Your Don't Tells are really good. It's a funny way to say it. Your Don't Tells are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the stuff.